is Michelle and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And I'm sure you can probably tell I am right now in my bed, and for those of you who have already watched my room tour, you know that I do not have a sofa, so basically I rotate between my chair in front of my desk and my bed, and the chair was not the most comfortable chair you can get, so like every 2 to 3 hours I do have to study or work a little bit in my bed, even though this is really bad for the sleep hygiene, I guess. Anyways, this is right now I can't really see, but it's right now 6:52 p.m. and I am really tired. So for me, the exam phase started from yesterday, and the subject that we are examining, they give us really difficult questions, and it's kind of unexpected, but it's you never know, because some of the years there would be a lot of the questions that appeared in the exams in the years before, but sometimes out of nowhere they would decide to just do a lot of new questions, and if we're unlucky and that, could be the year that we are writing that exam. So I wouldn't say that I was not well prepared. I think I have already did a lot, but still, the exam result would probably be not that good, and maybe I would have to retake the exam again. Yeah, if I'm lucky that I would barely pass that exam anyways. So since that was the first exam, it just affected my mood, I guess, a lot. It just impacted my mood a lot, because usually every semester we have somewhere between 7 to 10 exams, and this semester we have 8, and because this is the second exam and it already went bad, it's I'm kind of worried, what if I have more exams coming up that are as difficult as this one. So yeah, I guess I was just put a lot of pressure to myself to study more. Okay, anyways, on a positive note, one of my very first friends that I made when I come to Germany has actually texted me a few days back and saying she is now on a scholarship was 16, I was more, a bit quieter, and I like to spend more time with just, in my room reading, or and when, my roommate is always very loud and bringing like 15 people into our room, it's just a little bit stressful. So anyways, and then in the second year, the school actually realized that this is a problem, so they paired us up with another student who is also, long-term student in our school and going to, German high school regularly, and will be doing Abitur later after the 12th grade. So then that's how I met this friend, and it was a very fun time when we shared a room. Her personality is also very different from mine, I guess, because in my old school there are many Russians, so I guess over the time we have a bond. So even now when I meet Russian people, that I feel very happy, because there is this kind of familiarity there, and there's certain ways people think and act. If you live with them long enough, you can understand that much more. And we had also a lot of deeper conversations when we lived together, and she was also in, for example, in my sports class, and I wasn't very good at sports, and in 11th grade we had this dancing class for the first half of our 11th grade, and I got, first time, we got, I think, 10 points or something out of 15, and then actually I was like, phew, this is done, I don't have to think about this anymore. So when the teacher asked, does anybody want to dance again to improve the grades, I was like, oh, I want to improve my grade, but I do not want to dance again in front of 30 other girls or something. And so my roommate actually said, I will dance with you together, and then we did dance again and improved our grade. And it's just those kind of little memories that, I don't know, she's just always a very supportive person, and she's very happy for my success as well. And also, when we first moved in the room, we actually only had one desk, so she was so nice, and she said that I can use the desk because I studied more, and she would just study in bed or on the floor. And that situation actually, kept going on for about 2 months before the school got us another desk. Crazy. Anyways, so what happened was, I think her family couldn't support her financially, so she moved back to Russia for the 12th grade, and then she started to study translation, from Russian to German and from German to Russian. And then she also spent some time in Germany, but then she had to finish her program, so she's back in Russia again. So we haven't seen each other for 4 years already, I think, because I remember her visiting me in this city that I currently live in. And anyways, so we didn't write to each other for a very long time, mainly because of me, because I'm really bad at texting people back, and there's a reason behind that. And the reason is, I noticed for myself, if I messages when I have to work, then my concentration would just shrink to nothing. So what I do is I usually tell myself in the morning, okay, I'm going to study or work, and afterwards I would, reply to the messages. But at the end of the day, usually I would be so tired, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to read or do some other hobbies, and then I just, push it back and back to reply to people. And then after a certain time, I'm just so embarrassed that I still didn't text the people back, that I just didn't text them in general, which is so dumb. But anyways, so last time, like 6 months back, we were like texting each other very long texts, and then I just stopped replying. Okay, anyways, so a few like weeks back, probably when you're going to see this video, because I'm going to edit the video after I finish my exams, I suppose. And yes, well, anyways, a few weeks back, she texted me happy birthday and wrote me a very nice message. So yeah, I was so like relieved that she's not that mad at me. So anyways, then we started to text each other again, and she told me that she is on this scholarship in England, which is so cool. Like, I am like always so impressed with the things that she made possible for herself, even though a lot of the times her family couldn't support her financially, but like she's so hardworking and also really passionate about languages and about what she's studying and about her work, etc., etc. So on that note, I have been thinking recently that a good friendship is really what still keeps me sane in this very, I guess, depressive time. In this very depressing time, oh my god. It's so late, and sometimes the downsides of speaking several languages is that you mix up words between languages. Like when I was texting with an Indian friend, like I always spelled the T like not in the English way, like not T-E-A. I've like texted him a lot with T-E-E, which is like basically the German way to spell the word. And then after I think 5 times or so, like he was like, dude, you do know that T is spelled a different way, right? So that was kind of embarrassing. And also, I spent like 4 days with my very good friend that I told you guys before, who is now a dentist, and we met when we started dental school together. Anyways, let's just call her Maria. That's not her real name, but let's just call her Maria. So basically, I spent several days with Maria and her family at the end of January to like wellness resort type of thing, and then we went swimming. And that was nice because I haven't been swimming since I moved to my current city, because like the swimming pool in my city is at the other end of the city, and I can only take public transportation, so it would take me like about 2 hours go there and go back, and it's just too much time wasted on the way there, basically. is just to cherish the friendship I already have, and just spend more time with the people in my life, because I feel like moving to a foreign country at a young age, and one problem is that you lose contact with your childhood friends a lot. Like for me personally, when I go back to China, there aren't a lot of people that I feel comfortable calling them to meet up with me, I guess. Even though back then I had a lot of friends, but there are so many people that I haven't talked to in years. I'm sure they would be happy to see me, or at least I hope they are going to be happy to see me, but it's just kind of awkward. So I just now, with the friends I have now, I just want to make a conscious decision to meet up with them more often. Of course, trying to be as safe as possible. That's why I also do not know or if it's cool to talk about it here, but we are all vaccinated 3 times, and I don't go out of my house usually, besides for doing grocery shopping. So we are trying to be as safe as we could be. So that's also kind of sucks, because the numbers we have now are just so high, and that's why I also stopped going to cafes or going to the libraries, because once you get tested positive, we are going to miss I don't know, 6 exams or something, and that's just so annoying. So I was just okay, let's just let me just stay at home and study, and maybe after all the exams get over, I could do some more activities outside my own room. So yeah, that's the update on that. And also a few days back was Chinese New Year, so I'm currently filming the 3rd of February, so the 21st of January this year is actually the Chinese New Year's Eve, and it is usually a little bit hard because I always think back about the time when I still was a kid, and our family would celebrate with my maternal grandma and grandpa, also with my mom's younger sister and her family, so we were 8 people. That's really not that many. I think maybe 1 or 2 years my grandpa's side's relatives came to celebrate with us together, but it was usually just the 8 of us. But now with me being in Germany and my aunt's family, they moved to Canada, I think roughly about the same time I moved to Germany, so now it's just my grandparents and then my parents that celebrate together. So yeah, that's a bit sad, but I guess that's also normal, because usually when you grow up, you don't live with your parents in the same city anymore, at least for most Chinese children or young adults, I guess. And also for us, spending years and years in a foreign country, usually you're lucky if you have a group of good friends around you to celebrate with. And with my group of friends, a lot of them also I know for myself I'm going to move out the city soon. So yeah, and in a new city, it always takes a lot of time to build your own circle of friends slowly. And I think when I finished studying in the city, I'm going to move to a city where Maria lives, because we always do a lot of fun activities together. So I'm actually quite looking forward to that. And yeah, well, I guess I hope this is somewhat relaxing